Hi Gems, my highly requested full foundation routine is coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's begin. Alright Gems, we're going to jump right into this. I'm just moisturizing my face. Feel free to use whatever your preferred moisturizer is. Before you start to apply your foundation, oily or not, you need to make sure that you are moisturizing the skin to prep for all the other products that are going to apply on your skin. I'm going with my Maybelline Pore Eraser Primer in the areas that I feel have the largest pore circumference, which is all over my damn face. But in my T-zone area, because I am oily, I like to use my Becca primer. It really helps control the oil throughout the day before I start to apply any of my foundation or powders. For my dark circles, I like to go in with, sometimes you can go in with a color corrector of the orange variety, but I choose to use my NARS Radiant Cream Concealer in the color xoxo, something of that nature. I'll make sure to list it in the description box below, of course, but it really hides my imperfection and my dark spots or scarring, and then I blend that out with an available yet clean beauty blender. You guys, I have been raving about this foundation. This is the Revlon, not a word. Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 foundation. I'm in the color 410, which is cappuccino. I'm using a foundation brush to apply it, but I end up going back in with my beauty blender to blend all of the foundation out. I just apply it in all the areas that I really want a higher level of coverage, but you guys, such a beautiful finish. The color matching, the long wearing. I will do another video just talking about the long wear and upkeep throughout the day. Really doesn't require too much. It's just a beautiful product in drugstore, you guys. $10. And I go in with my beauty blender and blend all this out. I do tend to cover my ears a little bit, come down and below my neck, just because I want a really seamless application. But make sure that you apply according to your liking. If you have blemishes that you want to hide, if you have imperfections, just go ahead and apply another layer. It's your face. Makeup is all about play and finding what works best for you. So I'm going in with my beauty blender. Yes, damp. Ran it underneath the sink, making sure it picks up excess, but also blends out seamlessly all over the skin. Next, we're going to talk about highlighting. This is the areas that the sun will hit throughout the day. You just want to look lifted and not sunken in. So you do tend to find a concealer that's going to be about 2.5 shades lighter than your complexion. And you apply this in the areas that you see me doing here underneath my eyes. This is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me. And this is in the color Cafe, I believe 30. And I apply that under my eyes mentioned, my forehead, nose, cupid's bow, and chin. Again, these are all the areas that the sun is going to hit and allows your face to really feel lifted and seamless and just flawless, shall I say. And you can take that same beauty blender and you just blend this product out seamlessly. Feel free to go back and forth so that you decrease the chance of your eye creasing throughout the day. Of course, we set all of this with powder, but you also see how I apply some concealer along my smile lines. This also helps. I know you guys have been asking me how to rid yourself of smile line creasing, and this is one of my tips and tricks that I like to do, is bring a little bit of that concealer down, and then we'll also go back in and set everything with the powder. But it helps to have a second layer other than your foundation in those areas. So you blend that out as seamless as possible with that same beauty blender, and then we will start applying the setting powders. Oh, I jumped the gun. No, we're going to contour next. All right, so next up is the contouring. As mentioned, I'm going with my Black Up Contour Stick. Purpose of a contour: to bring definition as well as create a contrast to the highlight. It really provides the outer perimeter of your face to appear more bronze. It also, with any lighting and shading technique brings the depth to the face so that it's not just a flat canvas. And as you can see, I've applied that contour product through the perimeter of my face, along the contour of my along the sunken portion of my cheekbone, as well as along my jawline, all areas that are going to provide a more defined slimming effect to the face, and along my nose. I 9 times out of 10 don't necessarily contour my nose, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you guys all the areas that you can bring that that defined feature of contouring and really bringing definition and dimension to the face. That's what I want to say, the dimension, so that you don't appear flat on any canvas. That's going to be a step of most art executions. And then we jump into the baking and setting all those cream products along the smile lines, everywhere that we place that concealer, under the eye, and we can allow this to sit. Now you have 2 options here. You can leave this on the face, you can let it bake for X amount of time, you can start working on other parts of your face, or what I like to do that helps me with effectively defeating my concealer from creasing throughout the day is I apply the powders and I mix my Airspun and my Sacha butter. I love doing that because they're just really finely milled products collectively together. And then I like to press the powder into my skin. So yes, baking is typically leaving it there and then, you know, letting it set and coming back. I like to press it so that it really is getting into those, you know, intricate lines of your face and setting it so that it doesn't move throughout the day. All right, ladies, this is specifically for the oily ones out there. I set my entire face with my mineralized skin finish from MAC. Not necessary. You saw me already applying other powders, whether it be my contour powder, my bronzer, but I just feel like this is a step for me to stay matte all day because I know that my skin's going to produce its natural oils, and this keeps it at bay and provides more of a luminous look and feel in the skin rather than looking like a sweaty little rodent. So not a step that you need to do, but I personally prefer it. Then you can see that I'm doing a reverse contour, something I don't do on a normal occurrence, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you guys another option to really provide a defined contour on the cheek. You just apply a little bit of that setting powder and you let that sit on your face, and then you can brush away all the excess. Not necessary, but it's a part of the full foundation routine if you want to apply it to your routine. And then you just brush all the excess away, but it really gives a defined snatch to your contour that you've applied along the jawline. So you've highlighted and you've contoured. Now it's about bronzing, and that's really bringing warmth to your face. Not a necessary step for everyone, but I particularly love bronzing because it really gives me like a sun-kissed warmth halo, for lack of a better word, on my skin. I just find it really beautiful, and I don't want women of color to feel like it's a step that they have to stay away from. Like, you too can bronze and bring color to your skin regardless of what shade of melanin, ladies. It really gives a warm covering, and it's just beautiful. It gives you that seamless look, and you look less, you know, pale from all the highlight. It just brings that color back in after all that you've applied on the skin. Here you see me just applying some blush. I'm going with my Becca Cosmetics in Nightingale. I just particularly love a berry blush on my skin. You guys choose whatever is, you know, works for your skin tone, but I think it's just a beautiful flush of color on my skin, and it pops throughout the day. And then for my highlighter, I'm using, again, Becca Cosmetics Opal. You guys, Opal looks good on us. Golds look good on us. Jesus, anything that's not looking frosty white will work. Trust. And don't feel like you need only one highlighter. Like, apply more. It's merrier. All right, so that's my whole face. I'm going to finish and come back with the final look. So the perfect brown girl nude, in my opinion right now, is this Kat Von D Lolita, and that's what I'm applying all over the lip. I've already threw in some eyeliner and some lashes, threw my brows on, you know, just the normal routine with that. I set my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water, and there you have it. My full foundation routine, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and until our next video, shine bright.